Good Wednesday afternoon, YouTube. How are you guys doing today? So, we got some things to talk about, okay? And so, I was on Bomb Cherry's chat a little while ago, and she was letting everybody know that Soncerae has been resurrected from, I guess, from her spiritual death. She playing Lazarus over here. She done rose from the dead, right? So, so so she did a live stream on it, letting everybody know that she came back, and this time she has an OnlyFans page and whatnot, all this and all that, right? And I really want to say what I had to say under Bomb Cherry's video, but she didn't drop a link or whatever, so I am forced to make a video of my own because I'm gonna say what I gotta say. And the reason why I'm gonna say what I gotta say is I don't know if you guys remember or not, but 4 months ago, which this is when this happened 4 months ago, right? Um, it was reported that hey Jim and Ice, how you doing? It was reported that Soncerae allegedly committed suicide, all this and all that, right? And all types of videos are going up. People, like, oh my God, I can't believe she did it. Oh my God, she committed suicide because she was bullied on YouTube. Hey, making it happen, Manny. How you doing? She was, she allegedly committed suicide because she was, bullied on YouTube, right? And so when that narrative started to spin, um, Jimmy one, Miss Olivia Bomb doesn't watch the chat. So she might not have seen it. Yeah, absolutely. She may not have seen it. Yeah. I'm not saying anything about, I'm just saying I wish you would have dropped the link so that I could have did this on her page, on her video, simply because, that is the first place I saw the Soncerae OnlyFans thing that she put up. And so since it was her video, I wish that I could have done this under her video. Do you see what I'm saying? Hey Cloud, how you doing? So I had never before 4 months ago, I had never made a video about Soncerae. I had never made a video about Soncerae until 4 months ago, because I saw early on when I first, came to YouTube, um, everybody was doing videos about, Sansa. And then, of course, Bomb Cherry, the Viper Pit, and all of them had been going at her neck for a while, right? So, hey, Chris, I didn't see a need, I didn't want to get into that, because the chick, she seemed like she real weird, slightly crazy, and they were going back and forth. In my opinion, nobody was really bullying her except for that weirdo JPV, right? And so me and Bomb had a little slight tiff about the JPV guy, right? Because I think he a whole weirdo, you know what I mean? But we cool now, you know what I mean? It's not a problem. But our tiff was not about anything that me and Bomb had going on. It was about the JPV, right? So anyway, never made a video about her. But 4 months ago, when everybody was going around saying that, she committed suicide, there was a couple of people, one group of one channel in particular, that decided while all of this was going on, they would launch a anti-bullying, anti-bullying campaign or whatever, right? And they said that they were launching the anti-bullying campaign because, they were so grief-stricken that even though they had, gotten into it with Sansa, she still didn't have the right to get bullied to the point to where she allegedly commits suicide, right? And so I made a video because they put up a thumbnail, and in that thumbnail, my picture was in the thumbnail, which is the thumbnail that you guys see on the top of this video, right? That's the same thumbnail that was up 4 months ago. And so for that reason, because my picture was in that thumbnail, and that thumbnail is from a page or from a video that when I was on Nyla Says panel, right? And Nyla Says was the one heading this. There were a lot of people, doing anti-bullying videos, but I found it particularly interesting because Nyla Says and Mona Simone also, jumped in on the anti-bullying and people get bullied on YouTube and all this and all that. But I made a video. The only reason why I made a video is because I didn't think she had committed suicide, because of any bullying going on YouTube, because she had been going back and forth with these people for years. And I said, if she did, do that, how dare her, because she has children, right? So, but because they put up the thumbnail, and because my picture was in that thumbnail, and at that time, months ago, we were going back and forth as well. So I'm thinking, oh, this is shade, right? So I did my video, right? Because I didn't appreciate the thumbnail. I also didn't appreciate the way that, the main agitators, the main people that stirred the pot had the nerve to launch an anti-bullying campaign. Like, I'm thinking, but you start more stuff than anybody. I don't know where you're going to launch an anti-bullying campaign, right? And so I did a video, right? Yeah, people's making petitions and everything. People saying Bomb Cherry in the Viper Pit was the cause of her committing suicide, all this and all that, which I knew the chick wasn't never dead in the first place. And Bomb Cherry in the Viper Pit, they knew she wasn't, dead anyway, right? So what we're going to do today is review this video that I made from 4 months ago. Because I ain't even gonna say, I hate to say I told you so, because basically a lot of people told you so. But what is so disingenuous is the fact that they ran this anti-bullying campaign, and even Mona Simone, like I said, was in on that, twerking under Nyla Says chat or whatever, talking this anti-bullying. And we know that Mona Simone faked her death too, right? And I guess she had a spiritual death, and she was, she was resurrected like Lazarus also over there in the beef sector. Do you see what I'm saying? But she got the gall and she was on Bomb Cherry's video today under the twerking in the chat like she's so innocent. Now, Bomb Cherry didn't mention a Nyla Says or a Mona Simone, but guess what? I'm gonna mention it because that whole campaign was fake. Do you see what I'm saying? And I believe that the whole campaign was fake is because they were, caught and called out for doing dirty deeds as well. So they figured they launched this anti-bullying campaign. Now, I don't know if Soncerae had anything to do with them launching this fake, sympathetic anti-bullying claim because this campaign, because she committed suicide. Well, we know she really didn't commit suicide, and she wasn't bullied because it was going back and forth. Do you see what I'm saying? But it was to fit a narrative. And for them to put my name, my picture in a thumbnail, you know what I mean, with that chick's picture on there, knowing I don't even know if they know that I had never did a video about her own purpose or not, but to put the thumbnail up and put my picture in it, that was shade in my opinion. That was somehow implying that I had something to do with bullying this chick. And like I said, I had never made a video about that crazy lady on purpose. Okay? So I didn't appreciate that 4 months ago. So I said, well, let me go on and make my video and let them know what I think about this whole thing, since they're going to put my picture up on a thumbnail. Okay? And I didn't appreciate it. All right? So anyway, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to review that freaking video that I made 4 months ago, and I am going to interject, like we do, because we like receipts around here, and I use audio for receipts. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. That's how I do. That's how I do what I do, right? So, but yeah, I had to make this video because, I didn't appreciate it 4 months ago, and quite honestly, I don't appreciate the whole fake, because people are really being bullied on social media. People are really committing suicide every day. But to have enough gall to fake your death and then have other people spin a narrative about it is disgusting. And you have no moral character at all. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know that a lot of people on here, people that do this kind of stupid stuff, they have no positive moral character, at all. You see what I'm saying? To play with something like suicide, and moreover, fake it. Okay, and then you got they just tripped me out when I seen Mona Simone get in on the act. She was under Bomb Cherry's video today in a twerking. Do you see what I'm saying? When you done you hurry up and got caught in the beef sector, Mona Simone, when you faked your suicide, and you've been trying to walk back from it ever since then. So anyway, Soncerae has been resurrected on OnlyFans. She's got an OnlyFans page now. A lot of us knew that she wasn't dead in the first place, and if she was dead, how dare she's disgusting because she got kids and she did that, and she knows she wasn't bullied none of the time in the first place, right? So anyway, let me cue this video so that we can review what I said 4 months ago, because people take videos down after narratives have been spent and they go quiet. They go quiet about it, and a lot of stuff happens real quick on YouTube. I know that's right, Claude. I agree, and people will forget about it. You know what I'm saying. And Bombtree, she didn't mention the whole anti-bullying campaign. I don't think she mentioned it. I know I was off and on, but I didn't hear her mention it. So I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'll mention it. No problem. Yeah, she has an OnlyFans page. And Bob Cherry showed her OnlyFans page today, on her video. Do you see what I'm saying? So she's been resurrected. She playing Lazarus, just like Mona Simone played Lazarus. But I think it is so creepy for these people to try to spin an anti-bullying narrative when they are not being bullied at all. But the whole thing was fake. I mean, they put up some picture with her in wings. They was all skip, getting their whole life, making these anti-bullying streams. And the whole time, I believe they knew the bitch wasn't dead in the first place. Okay, that is so disgusting to me because, like I said, there are people, especially young people, committing suicide all the time because they are actually bullied on social media. It's been kids that are not even teenagers that commit suicide because of online bullying. But to spin such a fake anti-bullying narrative because you try to get people off of your ass, that is disgusting. It was clearly fake from day one. That's how I felt about it too. But when you put your thumbnail up, and then you have my picture in any way on that freaking thumbnail. Y'all seen the thumbnail? That was the thumbnail. That thumbnail that's on this video. That is what prompted me to do that video 4 months ago. Because what you're not gonna do is imply that I, had anything to do with bullying this crazy woman in any way. I simply do not. I don't. I never got into that. So it was enough people. She was going back and forth with enough people without me having to say anything. You see what I'm saying? So first time I did a video about it, like I said, was 4 months ago. But anyway, we're gonna review that video. Let me get started because I don't want to hold y'all too long. Video over hour long, but we're gonna replay this video, okay? For the simple fact that the whole, but we knew, we all suspected, and we knew in our heart of hearts that the chick wasn't dead no way. Do you see what I'm saying? And Weedy says that's effed up because since Naya made that video about her quote unquote suicide, I've been wondering if she. Yeah, no, a lot of people thought she was really dead. A lot of people, were really sympathetic towards the fact that she, you just go. I just go delete it. You deleted what, Water Sniper? Anyway, but Water Sniper said, I feel dumb making that sympathetic video for Soncerae saying rest in peace, beautiful. Yeah, she wasn't never dead in the first place. She had a lot of people fooled her. See, the thing is, you, especially here on YouTube, you can fool a lot of the people a whole lot of the time. Do you see what I'm saying? And you can fool some of the people some of the time, but what you can't never do is fool me. Okay, that's what you can't never do. So when I made that video, 4 months ago, it would have been fine. I wouldn't even have made a video about how they were faking whatever. That's on them. Had they not put that thumbnail up with my picture in it, implying that I had something to do with, because see, I caught the shade. And I'm sure they've taken those videos down now, but I still got my video up because what I said, I meant what I said when I said it 4 months ago. Okay, because I knew she wasn't going nowhere. Okay, it is beyond sick. Yes, and she has a child. It's disgusting. Like, it's anyway. Let me find a video, y'all, so we can see what I said because I don't want to start regurgitating what I said 4 months ago. I mind on Social Pity S channel, and she can't stay away, just like she stalks. Oh, is that right? Well, yeah, didn't she cop now after she, had supposedly, committed suicide? She pops up and calls in the Tommy Sotomayor show trying to muffle her voice like people didn't know it was her. It's all kind of, it's mental illness. Mental illness is real. Do you see what I'm saying? And people love to throw rocks and hide their hands. Do you see what I'm saying? But if you choose to throw a rock, yeah, it's cool. But if I catch that rock, meaning that if my picture or anything that I said is implied into the midst of some debauchery like this, that means I'm coming for you. Okay? That's what that means. And that's why we get this video tonight. Like I said, I would rather have, said what I had to say on Bob Cherry's channel, because she broke the news. You see what I'm saying? But she didn't drop the link, and so I'm forced to make this video. And when I seen Mona Simone twerking up under there, when she was part of the whole anti-bullying scheme, and I'm calling it a scheme, as well as Nicole Reloaded, I saw her on there too. All these people, Nyla says, they were all making these sympathetic anti-bullying videos condemning people for bullying people on YouTube. The whole time the chick ain't dead. And if you ask me, they knew she wasn't dead. They knew she didn't commit suicide. And that is absolutely disgusting to me. It's just but like I said, you got to consider the source, and you got to consider the character of the person as well. Do you see what I'm saying? But they wasn't finna imply that I had anything to do with that kind of crap. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just horrible. Hey, King Pay, how you doing? But anyway, we're going to now Bob Cherry was mentioning on her video that the chick was trying to get donations or something for funeral expenses. Then Bob Cherry did a video, I think she said, and she changed the video to her son got a birthday coming up, and if you want to donate to him for his birthday, I saw a lot of videos. I saw one video of this man. He kept doing videos about it because he just knew in his gut that she had actually committed suicide, and he contacted some people. He had some conversations on his channel with some people. I can't remember the man's channel, but a lot of people weren't falling for the okie doke. Anyway, I'm gonna start this video so we can. And this is what I had to say about this 4 months ago. And like I said, if they never would have put that thumbnail up with my picture in it, they never would have got the video 4 months ago. You see what I'm saying? But all you really got to do when it comes to some bull crap, yeah, absolutely, Chris. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. The whole anti-bullying campaign was a fake, and it was phony, it was a fraud, and they were showing these fake the emails. They were saying they were getting anonymous emails from people saying that she did in fact commit suicide. I mean, they ran this campaign for days. Okay, they had. I mean, it was a lot going on around a big old lie. It was all just one big lie. Do you see what I'm saying? And so it was absolutely disgusting. So anyway, let's start this video so y'all can hear what I say. This is part 2 of that video, and I'm running it back because this is how I felt 4 months ago, and I feel even more disgusted now. Do you see what I'm saying? Not only do I feel disgusted with Soncerae because she lied about suicide, I also feel disgusted with anybody that played a part in this fake ass anti-bullying thing that they had going around. And then the only reason why they had it going around is because they was trying to get people off of their ass. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the reason why they ran the fake ass anti-bullying thing. And so yeah. Leonard said, I'm friends with Chris Lau on PlayStation. When I asked him, he didn't know nothing about it for a couple of days. Is that right? Yeah, everything for a click and a view, Natasha. It's really very disgusting when you think about it. But yeah. They had put my name in it, my picture in that thumbnail. We wouldn't even had the first video from 4 months ago. And we darn sure wouldn't have had. Anyway, here we go, y'all. Let me start this video. Here we go. Y'all hit the 1 if y'all can hear the video. Cloud, hit the 1 if you can hear this video. Hold on, I ain't got it started yet. I don't even remember what all I said because I was pissed when I seen my face in that thumbnail. But we're gonna review. She is pathetic. OnlyFans, girl. Chill. You more disgusted by the people that supported her in this? Yeah, in the fake crap. Absolutely. It's disgusting. Like, all of them are disgusting. But my thing is, Nyla says, did you know, like, she wasn't dead for real? Anyway, move right along. So I just want to pop on and make a couple of statements. Now, this is 4 months ago, y'all. So, ever since last week, I have been hearing about Soncerae allegedly committing suicide. Cloud, can you hear the video? And I have been listening. I have been, eating my snacks, watching this whole thing go down. And I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that I have not said anything about it. The only Okay. reason why I'm saying anything about it today is because I came across a video from a from a YouTuber by the name of Taz Exclusives. And you guys on there also just let me say, please hit the like button. When I made that video, that last video about Taz and Nyla, and I said that I would not say anything else about them, I meant that. Okay, but some people want to pick and pick and pick. What they are doing is trolling. Okay, so anyway, he had this video up yesterday in which it was saying something about Soncerae in her own words about being stalked or whatever, right?
Turn it
And
up.
so evidently I was on the live stream
Is that better?
considered back
Hit
from
the one if
last
it's
June
better,
of
Leonard.
2019. I forgot about this live stream because it just is what it is. It's YouTube. I don't dwell on this crap. When I'm done, I'm done, right? So, but on that live stream, my picture came up. Hey, Malika. Under Soncerae's picture, and it was Bayou Bunny and a whole lot of people on that stream evidently that day, right? And so Soncerae was going back and forth with Bomb Cherry because no, we know that Bomb Cherry and a whole lot of people, you know, from her side over there, her Soncerae and them have been going back a brand for a very long time, right? Now, now on that video, my picture was under there. Now I felt like that was also a form of trolling. Do you see what I'm saying? And number one, I feel like it was trolling because I have on purpose not said anything about this Soncerae situation. This story has blown up. Do you see what I'm saying? The reason why um I haven't said anything about this because I don't think that the conversation of suicide is anything to play with. Okay, so I said what I'm going to do is keep my comments to myself because I don't think this is true. Now, all I had to hear, now I've been following the story just like everybody else. I made a video last week where somebody came twerking in my chat, talking about something. Did you hear Soncerae Post killed herself? I sideswiped that comment. I didn't even pay attention because what I am not going to do is feed into something as disgusting like this. Okay? Now, I do not believe, and I'm going to tell you why I do not believe that this woman committed suicide. And if she committed suicide, do you see what I'm saying? I do not believe it was because of cyber stalking. And the reason why I don't believe now I could see if you would have said that she committed suicide, and there was some reputable sources, telling the story. I have not seen a reputable source. I have seen a lot of videos. I have not seen a reputable. The only article that I saw about it outside of YouTube videos is by a page called Heavy.com. That is a gossip page. That is a celebrity gossip rag page. You know, just much like what is the name of that gossip rag? Where it's highly it's offline. It's a magazine, and they have stuff like somebody turned into an alien baby or whatever. I forgot the name of that magazine, but I took it as that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not reputable, and the only thing that they said in the article was the same thing that somebody wrote under screenshot. Not even TMZ. It's on the stores in the move in the grocery stores. I can't think of the name of the magazine, but anyway, I just see it as that. Do you see what I'm saying? And thank you, Isaac. Good morning, everybody that just came in. So anyway, the National Enquirer. That I saw it. I see that it's just another form of a National Enquirer, except for online. That is not a valid source to get some sort of news, especially some news like this. From especially when it comes to cyber stalking, and also as it pertains to that, I don't see how you can say that this lady committed suicide, like I said, because of cyber stalking. Now, if you would have come on and you would have said that she killed herself because she, got tired of going through whatever it is that she's going through with these men in her life, because she's made bad life choices and she couldn't take it anymore. Maybe she had some kind of postpartum, or even if you would have said, she got killed by an Anglo stalker by the name of JPV, okay, I would have believed that. You see what I'm saying? But this cyber stalking, what she was engaged in, I consider to be, mutual combat. Okay, back and forth. How you gonna call yourself say you being cyber stalked when you're doing the same thing to people that they're doing to you? Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, that's another reason why I didn't say nothing. The Now also I got upset when I seen that old live stream from last year with my picture under it because me it was trying to suggest in my mind that hey Baba in my mind that you was trying to imply that I had ever had something negative to say about this woman. Never had I. Now many people have gone back and forth with this woman, including the people that are trying to sow some kind of some kind of sympathy. They say some kind of sympathy for this woman when actually it is nothing but manipulation. It is a manipulative ploy. You taking this woman's story, even though when you know it's a lie. Do you see what I'm saying? And you're trying to spin it and make yourself be a victim in something that you yourself is complicit in. Do you see what I'm saying? And for Taz and Nyla to have my picture up there, making it seem like I had something ill to say about this woman ever in life, that is manipulation. And they are probably wondering why I don't talk about them anymore. And like I said, when I said that I wasn't going to say anything else about them and refer anything else they have to say about me to this last video, I meant that. Do you see what I'm saying? I meant that. Okay, I am stubborn. If I don't want to talk about you, I'm not going to talk about you. And we know that narcissists, truly narcissists, okay, psychotic people, they don't like to not be talked about. And so they will troll you and troll you. And my thing is, how you going to say that you are being cyber stalked and you understand why she may have done this allegedly because you have been cyber stalked when you are complicit as well? And how dare you, Nyla or Taz, say that I am trying to troll you? I don't troll anybody. When I say what I got to say, when I get it out, I'm done with you. And I moved the F on. And I was done with it after that last video. But since that video, they have doxed me. Okay, they keep putting a comment that I made under MP Rude, a video about wanting to give him an interview about Taz, but they didn't put when I came back under there and said never mind because I had heard him speaking very derogatorily about Cluster B. So I changed my mind, but they didn't put that part. See, that is also manipulation. See, that is trolling. Okay, and you're not want to admit that you're a troll. And the same person that they say. Now let me pause right there for a minute. Give you guys a little bit backstory. If you don't know what was going on 4 months ago, Nyla, and Taz and I, we were going back and forth. It was when after that whole April 1st thing, they figured they did a redoxing of me, of my information. Somebody doxed me before. They reposted the information, did a whole video about it, right? And so I had the video snatched down. And I think that sometimes they feel like, some people feel like, even if you're not speaking, if you're not saying anything to them, because me, when I'm done with a thing, I'm done with it. Like I said, right? So I said I wasn't gonna say nothing about them no more, and I hadn't said anything about it. Didn't say nothing about them after I did that video, but they kept on saying my name, but to the point to where when this Soncerae stuff came up, they put a thumbnail up with my picture in it. Okay, and in my mind, okay, so you still throwing shade. You see what I'm saying? You still trolling me, because at this time they were on the defense mode heavy, and they have been on the defense mode ever since, right? So that is what prompted this video. Do you see what I'm saying? Not now. The other day, on Bob Cherry's channel, Taz was on there. I was on there. He didn't apologize for redoxing me, but he did. We spoke about it, and I was good with it. All I needed was an acknowledgement. An acknowledgement, that you acknowledge why I was doing what I was doing, which was going for your throat because you redoxed me. So after I got that, I don't dwell on stuff. I'm not finna do that, right? So like I said, this video was 4 months ago, but the other day I had closure. Okay, I had closure by way of an acknowledgement. Do you see what I'm saying? An acknowledgement that you did in fact redox me, whether you apologize or not. I'm a grown woman. I don't need no apology, because I feel like when you're an adult, when you do something shady like that, just because you say an apology, by you saying the words out of your mouth, I'm sorry, that really does not mean anything to me. But an acknowledgement was working for me. Do you see what I'm saying? But this video is because the heifer done been resurrected via OnlyFans, and also the whole fake anti-bullying campaign that was being put forth because their feet were being held to the fire at the time. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that is why you're hearing all this commentary. But this commentary, like I said, once again, in case you didn't know, is from 4 months ago. All right. So anyway, let's continue.
Has been trolling him forever. That guy over there that has been trolling him forever. You have turned into that same type of troll. Okay? So I don't feed into anything like that because, like I said before, your channel, my channel is not going to become all about you. But since my picture was up under that video yesterday, and since they have probably been wondering, as well as a lot of people probably been wondering why I have not said anything about this Soncerae and this alleged suicide, it's because I'm not going to feed into that nonsense. Because, like I said, suicide is nothing to make light of. Okay, because there are people that are actually triggered by these things, and to make light of such a.
And let me pause this. Will y'all guys, would you guys mind please hitting the like button so that this video can get out into the algorithm? I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Anyway, let's continue.
Subject is desensitizing people to suicide, especially people that have truly committed suicide because they have been cyber stalked online. What about I have seen, and if you will Google suicide, online suicide, you will see a whole lot of children that have committed suicide via online and offline stalking and bullying. Did you see what I'm saying? As early as I think I seen one as early as 8 or 9 years old, a child. You know, in teenagers, we know that there is a high incidence of teenagers committing suicide because of online bullying. Now, when you are truly bullied by somebody online or cyberstalk, you do not go back and forth with these people. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is what happened. And when it's such an important subject, especially as it pertains to children and teenagers, I don't make light of anything like that. Neither am I going to feed into anything or try to play up some kind of narrative to rehab my YouTube career, okay, which is being done. And I think that is absolutely disgusting as well. And even like I said, if she killed herself, it's selfish. If she didn't kill herself, it's selfish. Okay? And I'm talking about Soncerae now. All right? And number one, the first reason why I felt like it was a lie is because you got to consider the source. Okay? You got to consider the source. And from what I understand, the source was an anonymous email. Now, if you have been online any amount of time and you have given out your email address, to people, your subscribers or whatever, you know that you are going to get a lot of, trolling type fake emails.
The fake email that I'm talking about is the email that Nyla or Taz or whoever channel it was on when they were launching that anti-bullying campaign. That's the fake email that I'm talking about because she read that fake email or anonymous email, whatever she want to call it, and she used that to launch this anti-bullying rhetoric. And the reason why she launched that rhetoric at the time was because people were coming at their throat, okay, about all the stuff that they had been doing. That's the email that I'm talking about in case you guys weren't around 4 months ago. Okay, and once again, this video is from 4 months ago. This is the updated version because Soncerae has been resurrected. She done turned into Lazarus on a OnlyFans page. Okay, anyway, let's continue. You don't think they knew? Well, I think that they could have. I think that they knew that it was fake, and the reason why I think that they knew that it was fake, is because after everybody started making videos proving that the video was probably fake, they still continued on with this anti-bullying rhetoric only to fit their narrative so that they could seem like make themselves victims like Soncerae. Now, Nyla and Taz is not the only one done this. Mona Simone hopped on their videos and she was playing like she was a victim too, and we know that she killed she faked her own suicide. Yeah, she's alive. She's got an OnlyFans page up. If you go to Bomb Cherry's page, you will see a picture of the OnlyFans page. And I might redo the thumbnail, but I don't want to promote her OnlyFans page because I don't care. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's what's going on. This video is from 4 months ago when all of that was going on. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of people was feeling sympathy for her. A lot of people was feeling bad for her. Like genuinely feeling bad for her. Making video after video. About this she done got bullied to the point to where she done committed suicide. The whole thing was fake. the fake anti-bullying campaign that was only to fit a narrative to suit somebody else. You see, the whole thing was fake from A to Z, even down to the freaking email that they were reading out. That whole thing was fake. And I'm thinking, if you have common sense and you know the history of Soncerae, you knew that this whole thing was fake in the first place. But you're spinning this anti-bullying thing and garnering this sympathy for her as well as yourself to only to rehab your situation, only to rehab that you got caught up in some stuff. And I'm talking about Mona Simone and Nyla and Taz and whoever else that was spinning this fake anti-bullying red, this fake sympathy that they had going on. And a lot of people was falling for the okie doke, but I wasn't falling for the okie doke. Anyway, let's continue. And like I said, they wouldn't have got this video about the situation 4 months ago because I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. Do you see what I'm saying? But they put that thumbnail up and had my picture in that thumbnail. In my opinion, they was implying that I had something to do with it, and I wasn't going. Okay. So anyway, let's continue.
From carbon copies, blind carbon copies. And so, from what I understand, that was the source of all of this. The source of all of this, from what I hear, was some kind of carbon copy email at its inception. That was the first thing that people started speaking on. Now, how in the world, if you are a content creator, going to take something like that seriously? A blind carbon copy email, not a news report, not something coming out from the family, not anything like that. Okay, so I didn't pay attention to it right there, and I wasn't going to feed into it. I'm not going to feed into this type of dysfunction, but like I said, as a way of trolling, as a way of passive trolling, my picture popped up under a conversation from a year ago in which I said nothing about when Bomb Cherry and Soncerae was going back and forth on, I don't know if it was Nyla's channel or Taz's channel. I was up on the panel. We were not into it then. They were having a little discard. From what I understand, after they did that a little later on, from watching the video, they say me and Bob Cherry got into it. Okay? I don't even remember the video. This is how much I am unconcerned about this stuff. Because when I click off the button, I'm done with it until I click back on again. That is how much I am not concerned about anybody's story. I simply do not care. It is none of my business. Okay? So anyway, let me give you a little brief history of me and Soncerae and why I was offended that my picture was put on that thing yesterday to imply that I have ever had anything derogatory to say about this woman or her plight. Okay, now I remember years ago, the only thing that I have ever said about Soncerae was in reference to Soncerae in Egypt and being stalked and trolled by this Anglo by the name of Jump Pow Video. Okay, I was offended by that. Do you see what I'm saying? So because I was offended by that, I made a video going at Jump Pow Video and Bomb Cherry because he, if I can remember correctly, he had doxed Egypt and showed her son online. Okay. Now, anytime now, we black folks, we gonna go back and forth. That's what we do. We do it online. We do it offline. But when you get an Anglo interloper, okay, trolling a black woman or
Yeah, please
black
hit the
women,
like button.
okay, and you co-signing that, I got a problem with your black ass. Okay. So I had a problem with Bomb Cherry for co-signing that jump out video. And even to this day, he is trolling that woman. Now, I don't know if he's still trolling Egypt then, but I had a problem with it then. I got a problem with it now. Now, that is the only thing any kind of discourse that I have had concerning anything about Soncerae. Now, me and her, we have never had a problem. Okay, because I saw when I first came on YouTube, I saw her either going back and forth with Angel Ramirez Jordan or Tommy Sotomayor. I can't remember, but she was going back and forth with them. Okay, and I got introduced to Bomb Cherry's channel. You know, they was going back and forth with you. I mean, it's a whole long, drawn out story. But I have never had anything derogatory to say about her plight, simply because I realized early on, oh, this chick crazy. She got to be crazy to keep going back and forth with these people about her personal life. That's why I said, it has been going on for years and years. That's why I said, now, she would have said that she, offed herself because of, she was, upset about her, personal relationships with these men, because that has been spread all out on the internet. Her personal relationships, her child, you know what I mean? All of that, or either some Anglo a stalker done finally got offline and done off her, okay. I would have said I could understand it. That would have made sense. But to say the woman was cyber stalked to the point to where she committed suicide after all of these years, no, I'm not going for that. That coupled with the fact that it was some anonymous email that started the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? So since that video was made, and they were these, and the very same people, Nyla and Taz and a couple of other people, I've heard. So some of these very same people have gotten into discourse with this woman. But I said, I'm going to sit back and pop my popcorn and watch them spin this narrative. And I still wouldn't have said, because I wasn't going to feed into it. Like I said, the subject of suicide is real, especially as it pertains to children. It's not, because there are a lot of people in the back.
And let me pause and just say once again that since years ago, me and Bomb Cherry had that tiff about JPV. We have since made up. Me and Bomb Cherry don't have a problem anymore. I was just on her platform over the weekend. Do you see what I'm saying? But years ago, we got into a tiff about the JPV and the fact that he was stalking, black women or whatever. For whatever reason, he was stalking them. And yeah, I appreciate it then. I don't appreciate it now. But me and Bomb Cherry, we cool. Do you see what I'm saying? But when I was speaking about Bomb Cherry and why we got into it, that was years ago. Okay, but we cool now. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, let's continue. I just want to let you guys know that because some of you guys weren't around back then, and you weren't you didn't know any. I wasn't even in the beef sector back then. I was still in what they call black YouTube back then. Okay, and so anyway, let's continue. And so no, just to reiterate, Bomb Cherry had a video today exposing Soncerae resurrecting herself on a OnlyFans page. Okay, and so that's why we're getting this video again. This is the part two to the video that I did. This video was from 4 months ago. Anyway, let's continue.
I'm looking at this, and a lot of people are being triggered. So why would I want to contribute to something like that? You have people spinning this whole narrative around this fake suicide, okay? Because they want to rehab their YouTube, what do you call it? Their YouTube personality or YouTube persona or whatever. That is how I'm seeing it. Okay, it's people wanting to rehab. Hey, Regina Bassrose, how you doing, girl? Wanting to rehab their persona. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I'm not feeding into that. I don't have nothing to rehab. But let me give you some straight talk real fast about this situation. Okay, like I said, the only reason why I'm speaking on it now is because my picture was put up as a way of trolling. Now, how you gonna say that you are a victim of trolling when you are trolling as well? Do you see what I'm saying? Now, I don't get on here, I don't cry, and I don't whine, and I don't complain. Because, like I said, YouTube ain't for everybody. And if you internalize it and you take this stuff to heart, what these people say about you or even to you, then of course you're gonna have some kind of mental break. Okay, but you can't say you cyber stalk if you're doing the cyber stalking too. Okay, because from what I understand, she done doxed people, people done doxed her. It's been going back and forth for years and years. Even some of these people, like Nyla and Taz and who else did I see doing the video? All of these people have had discord with this, and I heard something this morning about uh, uh, the swirlers having an input on it. And from what I understand, they have talked about it too. They use her whole situation with her child's father or something like that. It's some kind of study and why you should die. That's from black men or something like that. But anyway, nevertheless, I wasn't gonna feed into it because it's not something that you should, try to manipulate and turn. And then, if you're gonna be so concerned about this woman, even if you done had discourse, with her, and you're so concerned about her, why would you turn her story into your story? That is manipulation. Do you see how that works? That is manipulation. Because all I hear is people saying, oh, she killed herself by cyber stalking. I can understand because the same thing is being done to me. That is manipulation. It's disingenuous. And you will simply be trying to rehab your internet persona when you have done the same thing. Do you see how that works? That's manipulation. And I don't fall for crap like that. That is ridiculous. It's disgusting. Because, like I said, suicide, that is a very serious subject. It is disgusting. Whether she did it or not, it's a very selfish act. And for that reason, it's disgusting for you to even imply that you're going to kill yourself. And the reason why I say it's disgusting, beyond disgusting, it's deplorable. Okay, if she did that. Because suicide, like I said, is a very selfish act. Okay, it's especially selfish in this woman's case, whether she did it or not, is selfish because she has children. Okay, why in the world would you want to kill yourself about another man, about being cyberstalked, or anything in the world if you have children? Why would you want to lie or make it seem like you commit suicide? Somebody said it was a social experiment. Why would you want to play with that kind of subject and you have children? It is selfish. It's selfish. It's also selfish, and it's a slap in the face to the Most High Creator for you to even imply or insinuate that you are even thinking about killing yourself. That is slapping God in the face. That is slapping Him in the face for breathing life into your body. Okay? I don't play like that. That is very selfish if you have children to either do it or imply that you want to do it or either to try to spin the narrative about having done it for whatever reason. That is selfish, and I'm not impressed. Okay, now this is some real time. You got people on here talking something, oh, I feel so sorry, oh, this, that, and the other. I do not. And that is some real talk. And it's unfortunate if you don't agree with me that this is some real talk. It's selfish to commit suicide. It's selfish to even imply that you might want to commit suicide. Okay, especially like I said, if you have children, how dare you? Because your children are going to see this. Okay? How dare you? How dare you? How dare anybody try to make light of somebody's mama commit suicide and try to turn it around to rehab their career? How dare you? What about the children? What about the children that are truly cyberbullied and cyberstalked online? People be having young people saying things to young people like, kill yourself. I feel sorry for those victims of cyber stalking and suicide. But if you are an adult, you can choose to turn off this dang on social media app. Okay? You can choose not to be complicit if somebody is stalking you. You can choose not to interact. Okay? What about your goddamn children? Excuse my French. That is the reason why I did not want to speak on this subject. But what you won't do is put my picture up implying that I ever had anything derogatory to say about this woman. Because like I said early on, I figured out that, hey, this ain't something that I want to do. This woman is truly disturbed. You are disturbed if you killed yourself. If you implied you killed yourself. If you fed into this woman and you have children. Either way, whether you did it or not, it's selfish. And how dare you? Because you have children. How dare you not put your children first? Okay? How dare a whole lot of people that's made videos about this try to do the video and spin it around to something that fits their narrative. How dare you? Because what about her children? Do you see what I'm saying? And so, yes, I was offended when I seen my picture come up in that old video from last year. Okay? I was offended. Because like I said, how dare you? Because you are grown. And you can cut off this social. I do not feel sorry for you. Okay? Because I don't ask nobody to feel sorry for me. If anybody is, we going back and forth. Even if you trolling me, you done dox me. That's happened to me a couple of times. The very people that dox me are the very people that's supposed to be having some kind of sympathy towards the situation. That ain't nothing but manipulation. How the hell you gonna have sympathy for somebody trying to make yourself a victim for the same thing you doing your own self? How does that work? That is not taking accountability. And if one thing, I'm all the way grown. I live in reality. See, the problem is people don't like their alternate realities or their persona, especially their online personas, disrupted for any reason. How dare you? Because she has children. That is my only issue. That is the only reason why I spoke on this, because what you won't do, like I said, is try to imply that I ever had anything to do with saying anything derogatory about this one. I will give you $100 if you can find any video of Olivia the Oracle speaking derogatory about Soncerae or her plight. I chose not, but there is a video out there of me speaking to her in Egypt's and defense. about this Anglo interloper, this cyber stalker, this JPV. Motherfuckers co-signing him, and he's stalking black women. He done put somebody's pic, and I heard he stalked a woman down. She left from one state to another state. Let everybody know she was homeless, where she living in this other state. Stalking her child, post had called CPS about her child. If that ain't stalking, that is scary to me. That is weird. It's a whole lot of weird people on YouTube, including this chick. This whole situation to me is weird. Okay? It's weird. Weird, weird, weird. Like I said, was she Clyde Diva, K2, Jerry, Pearl Juice, Boys? I don't even know what that is. But I don't know if it's sorry about that. I don't know what that is. You know, people like to call my phone when I'm busy, right? That's how it is. But anyway, somebody said the video of her calling into Tommy's show, she is alive. Troll father has it. I don't even know what that is. But anyway, I don't even know who Troll Father is. But anyway, there are a whole lot of people that I don't deal with on YouTube on purpose. You see what I'm saying? But whether, like I said, if she killed herself, it's selfish. If she didn't kill herself, it's selfish. Either way, it's selfish. It's selfish because you have children. And it's also selfish to make light of such an important subject because there are young people actually taking their lives because people are online telling them to kill themselves. Okay, now I don't care about no grown ass person. What you do with your life, whether you want to take it or not, that's entirely up to you. But how dare you, if you have children, make light of such an important subject? If you are online and you are going back and forth with these people, you are complicit. How can you say you? I would never say to somebody, look, let me tell you something. I'm real messy, okay? Even though these people is trying to troll me the long way, that Nyla and Taz, because I won't keep talking about them, that's cool. But never will you ever hear me say that I am innocent in the whole thing, because I'm messy. I done picked with them, they picked with me. It's just that trolls, true trolls, they don't know how to let it go. And those who clearly don't know how to let it go, me, I know how to let it go. I told you I wasn't saying nothing else about him. Refer any other comments to that last video I made. The only reason why I'm saying something today, and I know, I guess it's making them all wet and gooey inside, because I'm saying something today because my picture was on that video with Soncerae picture in it, and how dare you try to imply that I don't even care nothing about this, okay? Because I think it's selfish. And that is my opinion. Now, a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, how dare she?" It's selfish. It's selfish and it's disrespectful to God. And like I said, it's like slapping God in the face for you to even imply or entertain whoever you are. For you to imply or entertain the notion of wanting to kill yourself. And I understand people have mental illnesses, thoughts of suicide, schizophrenia. I don't give a care. It's selfish. It's slapping God in the face for you to even imply or even think in your mind for one moment that you want to take your own life, especially about something online or anything. I don't care if it's your personal. I don't care. It's selfish. It's slapping God in the face. Okay? Because he breathed life into
Okay,
you.
let me pause right here. Okay, I think we all get that. I think that it's selfish. Okay, I was really feeling the way about having to do this video 4 months ago. That's why I kept saying it's selfish, basically over and over again. Because for somebody to sink that low, for Soncerae to sink that low, for Mona Simone to sink that low, for anybody spinning this fake anti-bullying rhetoric to try to rehab career, to sink that low about such a serious subject. Yeah, it's this was the replay. Yeah, this is a recap. I felt it was felt, and I felt away because they put my picture up in that thumbnail because I don't play like that. Do you see what I'm saying? And so when I did that video, I was really, after I saw that thumbnail, I was really feeling the way about it because, like I said, I didn't want to have to do that video anyway. And so that's why I was just real. Yeah, yeah. I don't like certain stuff. You have a lot of morally corrupt people, and nobody is perfect. But if you will go as far as to sink to some of the levels, that some of the levels that some of these people seek to on YouTube. That's on you if you want to do that. But I side everybody. I side out anybody that's willing to, go that far. Do you see what I'm saying? And there are a lot of people, even if you're going as far as doxing somebody, do you see what I'm saying? Um, uh, that's a low moral compass in my opinion as well. And I'm just gonna keep it real, cause if I got something to say to you, I'm gonna say it to you. I don't have to delve into your personal world to say what to go back and forth with you. I can read you by the words that come out of your mouth. But there are not a lot of people like that. Do you see what I'm saying? And but this whole faking your suicide and faking that you feeling sympathy because somebody got cyberbullied to the point to where they want to commit suicide. That's a new low, and so that's why I felt so passionately about that, and that is why I spoke the way that I spoke that day, and that is also the reason why I kept reiterating what I felt about the whole situation. Like I didn't appreciate it. I remember, back in the beef sector, I guess it's over a year now, when Mama Simone tried the same thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Her issue was she was quickly debunked. Do you see what I'm saying? They quickly found out in the beef sector that she said I think she said she died a spiritual death and she rose like a phoenix out the ashes or some kind of thing that she was saying, right? But when the anti-bullying campaign, and she had came back onto YouTube. She had started doing videos again, right? So I guess she figured she'd jump onto this anti-bullying thing, so she could try to rehab her YouTube channel as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they were disgusted by her. A lot of people were disgusted by her, for faking her own suicide. She tried to explain it away. She's trying to explain it away right to this day. Do you see what I'm saying? But there's no excuse to play with, something like that. You really have to question a person when they start doing, things of this nature. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's just a lot, and I was offended. Don't be putting my picture up in reference to nothing, that has to do with Soncerae or her situation. So anyway, that's why I was so emotional about it, guys. And I want to play a little bit of the video. If you guys want to finish, listen to the video, I'm gonna try to put it in the description box, the link to it to my video after this video uploads or whatever, so you guys can finish hearing the rest of it. So I'm gonna stop it right there. Yeah, she was wrong on a whole lot of levels, Lady T, and everybody knows she was wrong. But she was twerking up under Bomb Cherry's chat today when Bomb Cherry was letting everybody know that Soncerae is, she's been found on OnlyFans and she is in fact not dead. You know, and so it was just amazing to me. I'm like, wow. And just like a lot of people try to justify, and a lot of people are going to try to justify Soncerae when she comes back, because she's going to come back to YouTube just like she has her OnlyFans page. She'll eventually make her way, back around to YouTube, and her support. A lot of people are going to support her, just like they still support Mona Simone after Mona Simone was, found that she faked her suicide and she was resurrected. You got people twerking for her, even to this day. Like, some of the stuff is beyond me. Do you see what I'm saying? And some stuff just really um disgusting to me. Like, I can't deal with it. So I don't like to be associated with that kind of stuff. I got so grossed out by what Mona Simone did when she was in the B sector that I just could not even speak about the hag anymore. You see what I'm saying? That was just too much. That was just the bottom line for me. And that's the same thing I feel about this situation. But I am glad that Bomb Cherry found her on the OnlyFans, because there was really people really was starting to feel sorry for this woman that was supposed to be gone, and she's not gone anywhere, but she's just done twerked her way over to the OnlyFans page. That's the only place you went, okay? Evidently. And then for people that start a whole bunch of mess to launch some kind of anti-bullying campaign, the whole thing, the whole scenario was fake and phony as hell to me, and that's not cool in my opinion, and so anytime I see something like that, yes, I'm going to speak on it. I don't care if you like it or not. Y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about it. Y'all please hit the like button. Before we get out of here though, I want to tell you, I want to talk on something else real fast. I'm gonna try to change. I'm gonna try to add on to this video, but I just thought about it. So since I'm on here now, let me go on and talk about it. Right? Yeah, Snazzy Girl says certain things are not to be played with. It can turn around on you beyond karma. That's right. That's right. The chickens will come home to roost. They sure will. They sure will. They will come home to roost. I don't see how grown people can play like this. Like the stuff is weird. You know, you got people still on defense mode, and that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so the video, I believe this before this video, right? I can check it. I did a video. The title of that video was origin stories, Taz versus Fantasia, right? We switching gears here, right? Because I want to talk about this since I was going to do a video earlier. I just didn't even have the energy to, have to explain what it is that I meant, because as adults, you ought to be able to catch on. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So anyway, anywho, um, so I did the video before this video, I believe, right? And I was talking about the origin story. The origin story that I was talking about, I found it on another YouTuber's channel, and I played it for you guys. And it was talking about it was Nyla talking about her how her not her how Taz and Mr. Fantastic started going back and forth, right? And so I felt like it was an origin story, because I didn't know that they had such a long history of going back and forth, right? So fast forward to earlier today, Taz did a video, and on that video, he mentioned my video, and he said that I really don't know nothing about, the origin story. And when I was the video that I played the other day, it really wasn't about um anything derogatory about him. And I don't know if he caught that or not, or I don't know if he felt a way about me putting his name in the title, or nobody was saying. I wasn't saying it wasn't about trying to come for him. It was trying to come for Mr. Fantastic. What it was a slow roast, number one, because me and Mr. Fantastic had went back and forth on Friday on Bob Cherry's channel, right? So it was that reason. Also, I do like origin stories. Now, when he did his video today, he was talking some stuff about some stuff all the way back to that happened on Facebook with some man named George or something like that. You know what I mean? And but I don't. That didn't have nothing to do with my video. What happened on Facebook? So I didn't get it. I'm thinking, well, maybe he didn't get. Maybe he didn't understand where I was coming from, and if he listened to the video, he would have knew that the purpose of the video was really geared towards me slow roasting Fantastic. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what the video was for. That the origin story. Do you see what I'm saying? And I realized that sometimes you have to explain explain stuff for a lot of people on YouTube, especially the slow people in the back. And I want to speak on that. And my thing is, no, I do not know all the dynamics, but something that I did learn and the origin story from what I heard coming from your wife, that is what I was speaking on, because I played the audio for you guys, right? So all of what she was saying is what I was speaking on. But I did, so he did a video today, and he showed some receipts. Now now from what I got today is that it seemed, this could be wrong too, but it seemed to me that he was saying that Fantastic was recruited to come at him from people that he had known on Facebook. So evidently him and this Floyd guy and Cass or something like that, they were all friends on Facebook, right? And so this Floyd, it sounds like he was implying that Floyd and them recruited Fantastic to come at him. I don't even know if that's what he meant by that, but that wasn't the purpose of my video. I was slow roasting Mr. Fantastic, and that was payback for me and him going back and forth on Friday. It wasn't that deep for me, but I don't even know if he got that, or maybe he was offended because I put his name in the title or whatever it was. But see, you can lead a horse to water, right? But you can't always make it drink. That's an old saying. We all have heard that before. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know that Taz and them, that crew, they have been on defense mode ever since the April 1st thing. But he said, but then too, they said it happened. The stuff started happening way before April 1st, right? But they keep saying April 1st, so I'm saying April 1st. They've been playing defensive, but they've been on the defense since April 1st, right? And so I got caught up in the April 1st defense fund as well, right? And so sometimes when somebody is giving you a gem, whether they have formerly been into it with you or not, because here's my thing, I don't dwell on this nonsense. And like I said, after I got acknowledgement that what I said happened to me had in fact happened to me, I was good with that and I can move on, right? So like I said, that video was really slow roasting of freaking fantastic, okay? And so but also in that video, if you would have caught what I was saying, you would have realized, but you couldn't catch what I was saying because you so stuck in defense mode. You know what I mean? You so stuck in defense mode. That's why you can't catch it. See, people, when you hit these YouTube streets, a lot of people are, and I realize people get stuck in their ways and stuff like this, right? But when you're so stuck in your ways that you can't catch tea, you see what I'm saying? When you can't catch somebody telling you how you need to move, or giving you a different game plan as beyond playing the defense. When you can't catch that, you're gonna always be in defense mode. You're gonna continue to be stuck in the same spot because you don't know how to play these games like you need to be playing these games. Do you see what I'm saying? Because when you start dealing with something like that, you got to know how to move. And the reason why you're still in defense mode, Taz, is because you don't know how to move. You can't get out of defense mode. And because you can't get out of defense mode, you make yourself seem more guilty. That's just like when you're talking to the police, right? When you talk to the police and you holler to the police, you get really emotional. And I learned this from when I was in school, right? Because you got to do a lot of field work, right? When you talk to the police and you are in defense mode, they saying you killed somebody. You know you didn't kill nobody, but you all have it hyped up. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. And we know the police, a lot of times they got tunnel vision. If they think you did it and they say you did it, you're gonna be guilty until you can prove innocent, right? But if you are in defense mode, I didn't do it, and crying and hollering and screaming, that is gonna make them think that you're even more guilty. Okay, because you're on the defense. Even though you didn't do it, to them, you make yourself look even more guilty. Okay, because in their mind, well, if they didn't do it, why are they so emotional about it? See, this is what's going on. But you have to learn another way. Okay? I'm just saying, you need to learn another way. And so, if he would have followed the example, instead of jumping to defense mode, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. I know I don't know what I'm talking about. It wasn't about you. It wasn't about nothing that happened on Facebook. It wasn't nothing about some car in Mexico and some all of that stuff. That was not even the issue, honey. The issue was fantastic. The issue was not you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how they cannot get that. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Do you understand what I was doing? But anyway, I just had to mention it to you guys because people be missing the whole point. And even if you can get, you could have took that information and adapted it and used it to your advantage. You see what I'm saying? Because pretty much I was coming for Mr. Fantastic because he came for me on Bomb Cherry's page. That's all the video was about. That coupled with the fact that I do like origin stories. But anything, and I'm not dwelling on these people's business. And how can you be so invested into people way back on Facebook and you brought them over here? And this is a whole dysfunctional group of people. You see what I'm saying? You got all these group of people and they are seriously for real got something against each other. Like, how does that work exactly? You know, some of that is, we know, like I said, there's a lot of dysfunction in social media. So you was on Facebook It was dysfunctional over there. You brought these same dysfunctional people that evidently didn't ever like you in the first place. You brought them over to here, so they're gonna recruit Fantastic, and Fantastic got issues with you, and we discussed those issues anyway. And so now you got this whole big old bubble, this whole big old ball of dysfunction. Do you, do you, do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, that was unfortunate. I just had to mention it because the guy really did miss the whole point of the video. It really was only a slow roast of Fantastic. Okay? And so I'm really not concerned at the end of the day. I like to listen to it's just like when you're on YouTube and some of these stories go on forever. It's like watching a soap opera, right? If you come in on the say you got didn't we know on the soap operas on the old days anyway, I don't watch it no more. But in the old days, it could be one storyline going on and on and on for a year. And if you had watched that soap opera for 6 months, within 5 minutes of you watching it after 6 months, you will be able to pick right back up, where they left off, right? That is the same thing that go on with these YouTube stories. Like they never move past the beginning of the story. They keep replaying it. They never move on. They never let it go. That is dysfunction. But it's a whole scripted reality TV show around here. Natasha said because they know they have done something wrong. And that's why they're still in defense mode. That's why they still do. And a lot of people like to deal with semantics. Do you see what I'm saying? And yeah, as the world terms, honey, as the YouTube terms, okay? There's so many storylines and so many side beefs that branch off and all of this and all that. Child, it's really beyond me. Like, for real. You know? Yeah, you can come back to the same plot. And that's what I saw today when I saw that video. But I'm thinking, no, this time you got it wrong. I wasn't saying that I really know what's going on. I was just going by what I heard coming out of your wife's mouth, number one, and as it pertains to the origin story. And number two, it was a slow roast of Fantastic. Like, I can't believe he didn't get that. Maybe he just wanted something to say. Maybe he didn't appreciate me speaking on something that he thought I knew nothing about. I'm not supposed to know nothing about it because I'm not in that dysfunctional ass situation, number one. All right? Nor would I ever be in that type of situation. It's ridiculous. But oh, what a tangled web we weave, honey, when first we practice to deceive. That's why you got to be on defense mode all the time. Because sometimes if you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. And that's the same thing that's going on with Soncerae. You got to know when to say when. A lot of people on YouTube, they have no chill. They have no chill at all. And that's to their own detriment. They don't have no chill at all because they're way too invested, on these YouTube streets. They're way too invested in wanting to win or way too invested in the train wreck, if you will. You got to know when to say when. You got to have some chill about yourself. And then sometimes people keep the plot going on simply because so they can have content, so they can have something to say because they know that their followers, you got a lot of people on YouTube who only listen to your channel if you're talking about somebody that they think they don't like, but they really like them. They just fans, and that's why they like to hear you speak derogatorily about them or in favor of them. Do you see what I'm saying? So they will subscribe to people's channels, and people got whole channels dedicated to one person. Do you see what I'm saying? And there are a lot of people on YouTube that like those storylines, so they will keep coming back to your channel to listen to the storyline. And so for that reason, they just keep regurgitating the same old facts. And they'll throw in some new stuff. And now, when I was doing that origin story the other day, I had no idea that, all of something going back to Facebook was triggering Fantastic. I still don't even understand what he was trying to say. Was Fantastic on Facebook too, or did Floyd Holt recruit Fantastic? I had more questions. I still got questions into that plot right there. Do you see what I'm saying? Is that what he was trying to say? But anyway, honey, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. I just had to, speak my piece as far as Soncerae being resurrected and cult mentality. I know that's right, Natasha. It's just incredible. what's incredible is the lows that people will go to. Do you see what I'm saying? To fit a narrative, a very disgusting, uh, unfortunate. I'm gonna put it that way. Narrative. It's unfortunate that people and have these people always acted this way, or is it just social media like brings out the worst in you? Is that what the deal is? Like I be confused by that. Like I really don't understand the whole. You know, it's just unfortunate. That's all I can say. But never should you ever, play with the subject of suicide. That's not a laughing matter. You know what I mean? But all this other old stuff, these YouTube soap operas, honey, it is what it is. All right. And if you can't catch a slow roast, you so caught up in defense that you can't catch a slow roast, even when the slow roast ain't about you. Like I don't know whatever else to say. Like, and then I think, and then sometimes people get so invested into beefing back and forth with the whole world that they get territorial with their beefs. So maybe he had a problem with me, speaking on it or whatever. But if it wasn't about you, like, then why you had a problem with it? Can't nobody talk about Fantasia but you? Is that what we got going on? Like, I be confused, y'all. I can't keep up with these people. It be a lot. Do you see what I'm saying? I know that's right, Stacey girl. We getting those hurricanes. We gonna get those rain waters too. From off the hurricane. But anyway, y'all have a nice night, honey. I had to hop on here and speak my piece about, like I said, Soncerae being resurrected and me, um, really just confused about the origin situation, the origin story situation. I want to speak on that. I hope you guys got something out of. If you got nothing out of at all out of this video, please understand that suicide is nothing to play with. Okay, and launching fake uh, anti-bullying campaigns, that's nothing to play with either. And if you feel like you've done so much on YouTube that you have to play up certain scenarios to rehab your own self, that's unfortunate. You need to think about what it is that you've done to have to cause you to have to rehab yourself in such a way, garner sympathy in such a way. Like a lot of people don't like to take personal accountability on YouTube. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, yeah. Thank you, Chris. Straight from the gate. Hey, Miss O, you just got here. Yeah, no, she ain't dead. You got to go back and listen to to the first of the video. Bob Trey found that she's got an OnlyFans page. So no, she not dead. She Lazarus. She done been resurrected. I guess she died a spiritual death like Mona Simone. And so she's arisen. Okay. And whatever else. Everybody knew she wasn't dead, but you got to go back and listen to the video. But like I said, a lot of people was feeding into that fake I killed myself because I was bullied on YouTube thing that was going around. Okay, sure. If I just don't know what to say about some folks. I just don't know what to say. That is beyond me for adults to be acting like this. Like, I don't even know if they realize how weird they seem. Like, some of these people on YouTube, like, they weird for real. You just got to pick your poison here on YouTube, honey. You got to know what it is that you're dealing with before you start dealing with it, child. Because if you don't, honey, you're going to get caught up in some mess. Like, for real. But I don't never take the stuff to heart. That's all I got to say. Anywho, have a nice night. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't watched the video, please go back and look at the top of the video so that you can understand what you heard on the last part of the video, the latter part of the video. Love you guys. Have a nice day tomorrow. Please hit that like button on the way out the door if you haven't. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. I appreciate you all. I love you guys. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Peace.